Da, 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 na, 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 na. Da, 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 da. Movie Pop presents the Collider Town Hall 2020 discussion, brought to you by the idiot DJ Washington of Movie Pop. Guys, this is a live broadcast. We are broadcasting live to you from southern, sexy California, and I wanted to talk with you and hear your thoughts, your opinions on the latest controversy that is going down over at Collider. So, we have seen recent statements regarding CEO Marc Fernandez and the new content on Collider. Now, what's up, guys? I'm a little embarrassed to say I'm totally sleep deprived. I am overwhelmed with the amount of work that I'm doing on the channel here, trying to bring you quality content. And I'm trying to jump on things as soon as I see them to bring you like the latest news as quickly as possible. For some reason, Twitter notified me that Marc Fernandez just posted that he's going to have a live stream about a town hall again. And I'm like, wow, this is really big news because he's already done this once. He's appeared on Campia. So, wow, he's coming back. He's got more to say. Like, I've got to cover this. As it turns out, after having a quick power nap and getting ready for this broadcast, I saw the timestamp, and it's like January 7th. I'm like, God damn it, I missed it. About 20 weeks late. So, but it's a cool opportunity anyways, because I would love to have my lovely, fantastic community and viewers in discussion here, either in the comments, the live chat, the super chat, any of that. And also really just to get my thoughts out on the subject matter here, because, you know, I'm a huge fan of Collider. I always have been, and I still am. And despite really some of the troubling issues they are going through right now, I'm rooting for Marc Fernandez. I'm rooting for the channel. I think they can be emblematic of the phrase, the comeback kid. And, you know, rising from the ashes like a firebird phoenix into the sky that is moving news, reviews, and all that good stuff, while also pushing the channel forward into the future with some of the stuff CEO Marc Fernandez does want to do for the channel. So, let's get a couple things. I'll give you my take on this subject here. We'll keep the live stream short today, since apparently there is no town hall to be had at discussion. I'd like to start off first with my boy, Mr. John Campia, and he's about to snort some cocaine and tell us his thoughts on the subject.
I never said a thing. A lot of stuff went on over there. I always just completely kept my mouth shut. I said, nope, that's not my place to get involved there. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to reference anybody there. I'm not going to say anything. And I stayed absolutely quiet for 2.5 years.
Damn.
Until yesterday. And yesterday, I tried to still be very fair. And I thought I was very even-handed, and I thought I was fair. But I cannot not say something about this.
All right. Hit me,
This
John.
is something I cannot stay quiet on.
All right.
Now, there is a little dick weasel
Dick Weasel
that works over at Collider.
Yes.
By the name of Jack Hind. I've never met this kid. I've never met this infant, this child, who knows nothing. I've never met this kid. All right? So I've never had any opinion about him. I just never had any opinion about him. So yesterday, on the heels of Collider, which again, as I said yesterday, they made some decisions that they wanted to make for their own company. That's within their right. Let's see what happens, blah, blah, blah. But after canceling all the shows that made Collider what it is, guess what? Nobody knows the fucking name Collider Video if it wasn't for all those people and all those shows and that community that was built, and 600,000 subscribers later, none of that exists. And this rolling around in his diapers Jack Hind dick zit wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for all those things. All right? But they pulled the plug on it. Okay, new direction. I get it. It happens.
Lord.
Fine. This jackass This insufferable little fucktwit gets on Twitter yesterday, and I'm going to show you what this kid, now this kid, Jack Hind, he is the number 2 guy from everything that I'm told. He is the number 2 guy over at Collider. He is the number 2 guy over at Collider, okay? Other than the big guy who owns it, next, the most influential guy over there is this kid, Jack Hind, who I don't even know if he's reached puberty yet. But there was an event yesterday because Collider's decided to go in the direction of celebrity bullshit. Fine.
Celebrity bull jizzle.
They have this event. Yeah. Apparently it was a very nice event.
Hit me with it, John. Come on, brother. Preach.
And what this
take me to church,
individual decided to tweet out, I was at a loss for words.
All right. Come on, you got the
Here's
preamble.
what it was. Now, Scott Mantz, who, by the way, just to be clear, I was just talking on the phone with Scott Mantz about a week ago. I have all the respect in the world for Scott Mantz. I love Scott Mantz. Let's just be clear about it. This has nothing to do with Scott. Scott's a wonderful individual. I have all the respect in the world for Scott Mantz. Scott Mantz very excitedly tweets out this thing about how he did this Q&A with the cast of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, part of the For-Your Consideration the Collider show that they're doing, which is awesome. That's great. Fantastic. By the way, just so you know, the last episode, I had some people writing to me to point this out. The last episode of Jedi Council on that show has more views than every episode of For Your Consideration put together.
Oh,
just
my Lord,
put that
John,
out there.
come on, bro.
But on top of this great positive thing that Scott Mantz puts out, this sharing this great fun moment and all that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it there for a bit, just because I'm sure this is old news anyways. You know, I'm trying to wait for John to get to the point here, but he's tickling our balls, he's fondling us. You know, he's building up the anticipation for eventually what Jack Hind did have to say. I think we all know what the issue with that is. So, you know, as you can see here, Collider is just getting slammed. Everyone is shitting on Marc Fernandez, shitting on the decisions he made, the direction the channel has been going in for some time now. After Campia left, after Harloff left, after the late John Schnepp, you know, had his untimely departure, so on and so forth. Man, I think first and foremost, what needs to be done? I mean, here are the issues with Collider at present. Jack Hind, number 1, and that's why I put John Campia on the video. Jack Hind needs to have a public apology. As far as like what reprimand Marc Fernandez should, give him, that's really, it's not up to us, and it's not really a public thing, I don't think either. But I think a public apology for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Like, let us know that you are feeling some sort of, empathy for the viewers who have lost, their fantastic favorite shows. I'm among one of them. Now, let's talk about the direction that Collider is going in. Apparently, he wants to push forward more things like For Your Consideration, which I think conceptually is a really cool idea. Not only because, one, you get to go there live as a participant, an attendee, and see, Hollywood actors and directors have a Q&A after the screening of a film at the awesome ArcLight theaters. I think that's an awesome, fantastic idea. And now this might be a little anecdotal and a little premature to say, but I had tried watching the most recent upload they had for Bong Joon-ho Q&A on Parasite. And part of the issue is tangentially related to some of the other issues with Collider. It's a little PC, it's a little milquetoast, just like lowball questions. And I don't care about celebrity content like that, where it's like, the interviewer's like, oh, hey, well, what did you think about working with so-and-so on set? And they're like, oh, so-and-so was such a treat to work with. Every day was like magic and fairy rainbows shooting outside the director's ass. And, I really just can't wait to get that butt stream of magic blown in my face again. It's just absolutely fantastic. I don't care about that kind of content. Fans like me, fans like you, we like to watch Campia. We like to watch Robert, Andy Signor, Harloff, Mark Ellis, so on and so forth, because we identify with them, with the content they produce, the community they've built for us. We relate to them as specific people who just love movies, and watching an actor or actress speak about the fantastic time they had on set which is most likely, you know, pretty much PR gloss ad infinitum, is not interesting. So I think with the For Your Consideration series, I think conceptually it's a great idea, but they should be diving deeper. Something similar along to what the Hollywood Reporter is doing with their Roundtable series. I mean, really getting into the nitty gritty, like kind of like methodology and the whole like psyche of like actors in terms of like what their experience and views are for the present and future films they're doing, and also in the past as well. I think it's wildly fantastic, widely engaging, and some kind of content you really can't get anywhere else, especially because of the fact it's long form. Now, one of the issues I think that's most totally unforgivable is the fact that the way Marc Fernandez unceremoniously fired the staff. Totally. What the F, bro? You know, I can forgive him for the business decisions he would like to make, and he has made. You know, I may not agree with him, but I can forgive them. But I think one course of action he has done, and Mark, man, I'm just speaking truthfully to you, bro. And in terms of like how content creators are and how they should be, I think we should be as close to the truth as possible, because I have tweeted at you that, hey man, if you're looking to make more movie content, more fantastic content creators on your channel, you want to bring them on board. The smaller YouTubers you said you wanted to bring on your channel, I told you, man, hit me up. I'm totally willing to come to Collider. I'd love to be there, but I'm not a bullshitter, bro. So I just want to say this truthfully to you. You know, what happened with the staff, the way they were unceremoniously fired without advance notice, despite what the law may say is acceptable, was a total like dick move, man. Just 110%. Like 2-week notice, bro. That's all you gotta do at minimum. At least give them the time to kind of, you know, collect their bags and put their underwear back on before you kick their ass outside the house, man. You know? And if I'm gonna be working for you, I sure as hell don't want to be kicked outside your house, butt naked into the cold street, slipping and sliding on the icy roads of Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying, man? So, yeah. But you know, here's one fact I think might be the case, or one thing I think might be a fact or the case. I think, separate from the whole firing issue of the staff, I think Collider might be paradoxically one of those too big to fail things, especially in terms of like what kind of traction, the kind of pathway they had set themselves up to be on and where they were going. And what I mean by this is obviously they're trying to, you know, cozy up to the big Hollywood studios, and, you know, consequently, you begin to sell your soul bit by bit, and that kind of snowballs into what the eventuality presumably has become for Collider, where their content is just so whitewashed and boring and not truthful or honest. You know, it was like, dude, if I wanted to watch this crap, I'd watch Entertainment Tonight, or whatever the hell that show was called, Inside Weekly, whatever the crap that was on broadcast TV that nobody watches anymore except your old grandma. But you know, we come to YouTube because we want to get some real ish. So, but you know, hey, let's move into the pros, because I'm future forward. I'm totally, you know, of the mind that second chances should be given, and I think Collider really is a hallmark in the movie fandom community on YouTube, and I would really, really, truly, genuinely like to see them move forward, because I think some of the new ideas Marc Fernandez has are just absolutely fantastic. You know, the deepfake things, wildly hilarious. It does seem to have a shelf life, however, but you know, as long as we're innovating and doing, you know, short form content that can complement your longer form content that does build community, as Campia has so eloquently talked about at length on his channel. As long as you can keep that momentum going, yeah, I think it's a great addition to the channel. I would like to see the movie news, the movie talk come back, bring some fresh blood, some fresh, sexy individuals like myself or anybody else on YouTube. There's so many you can pick from, so many bigger names than I, better names than I, for sure. Just make it happen, man. Like, it's totally within your grasp. Like, you could do it right now, man. So, no excuses there. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's a wrap for the whole town hall discussion we were planning to have here. So I'm not going to bother playing the video of Marc Fernandez talking. You know, we've all seen it. I've seen it. We've talked about it at length. So apologies, and also you're welcome for giving you my side of the opinion here. So with that being said, guys, hey, make sure if you want to follow, and of course you do, want to get more movie news, reviews, subscribe to us on this channel right here. Make sure to follow us and hit up our social media. We've got all the links down below. And remember, every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. we have our weekly news wrap-up. That's 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are doing a live stream. It's called Weekly Weekender. And we're answering your questions live on air via Super Chat. So come on by on Saturday morning after you're hungover from partying the night before and talk some movies with us. So, hey guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay sexy. Whoo, man, I am so glad to be done recording. I hate doing YouTube. Oh God, I'm still recording. I'm just playing with you. I know you guys were there. All right, guys, see you later. These assholes on YouTube, man.